Hello students. Last time we had seen trivial and IUPAC names of carboxylic acids and aldehydes. So for that the chart is given in our textbook is like this. This is page number 258. Okay. So the common nomenclature, or you may say the trivial name, and the IUPAC name, they are not exactly related to each other, that we know it very well. This is from our formica, that is the formic acid which present in red ant. So this is formic acid. But while in a IUPAC nomenclature, there is only one carbon. That's why the first member of the hydrocarbon is methane, and from that methane, E is replaced by OIC. So this is methanoic acid, and this is so on. Okay. When there is a branch, then in trivial name we can mention as an isobutyric acid. Butyric, again the four member acid, and that is present in butter, so this is butyric acid. Okay, but when it comes under IUPAC name, then we have to follow all the rules. Which are those rules? First of all, you have to select the longest continuous chain. Okay, see now, here are CH3 twice in bracket, means what? This CH3, CH, CH3, and then COOH. This is the structure, this is the molecular structure, detailed molecular structure. This is our condensed formula, while this is detailed molecular structure. So what is here? First of all, you have to select the longest continuous chain which contains functional group COOH. So now this one is our longest continuous chain, or you may consider this one also, but both the way there are only 3 carbons. This is 1, 2, 3. So this is the derivative of propane. This is the derivative of propane. Then in propane, what our rule tells us, that this E is replaced by OIC. Okay, so this is now propionic, and we have to write carboxylic acid, that's why we have to write here acid. Then what is next? Next, here you have to see the branch. Okay, and branch is also having the lowest possible number. So when we are going to give number to first, the lowest number to the functional group, and then again we have to think about the lowest possible number to substituent also. So this is first and second. You cannot start from this end, because here functional group will have number 3, and this is not according to rules, so cancel it. You have to numbering from this right hand end only, not from the left hand. Okay, and so here it is, this is 1. Now 1 you should not mention over there, that's why this is just propionic acid, and on the second carbon there is a methyl group, so this is 2-methyl propionic acid. While in case of aldehyde, this E is replaced by Al. Propane E is replaced by Al. Then again same way, here it is the branch, same way here it is the branch which is on the second carbon, so this is 2-methyl propanol. Okay, then this is a particular example, and we have to remember which is exceptional. Exceptional in means this is not according to just a order, that is 1 carbon, then 2 carbons, then 3 carbon, not like that. Here it is given CH2 double bond CH-COH, means what? There is double bond present in between C and C, means alkene is there, functional group, as well as COH is there. Okay, and very specific common name is acrylic acid. Very common name is acrylic acid. You have to remember this thing. Okay, we didn't derive this name from anything else which is given like this 3 carbons, so this is propionic, 4 carbons, so this is butyric, not like that. Okay, this is very specific name, that is acrylic acid. Okay, but when we are going to see the IUPAC names, then this is again very particularly we have to write. First of all, we should consider this is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So 3 carbons and there is a double bond. So this is nothing but propene, prop, and on the second carbon there is double bond. So this is propene. This is the second carbon and there is double bond. So this is propene. Okay. So now what will be the next thing? Propene. Now this propene, E we are going to write over here, and then this ending E is replaced by OIC. This is replaced by OIC. So now this is prop 2 enoic acid. Means when carboxylic acid functional group with double bond, then the ending is enoic. Okay, this is enoic. Here it is anoic. Are you getting this thing? ANE, that is for saturated hydrocarbon, butane. E is replaced by OIC. This is propene. This is propene. So this E is replaced by OIC. So this is enoic acid. For aldehyde, very specific name, that is acrolein. And now here E is replaced by Al, prop 2 in. That is prop 2 enal. So that is prop 2 enal. Prop 2 enal. Are you getting this thing? So you have to remember a very specific examples like this. Then see the next one. This is again very interesting. Here we know this is the benzoic acid. Trivial name is benzoic acid, as well as IUPAC name is benzoic acid. But when the common name, we know that this compound is known as, see, I am closing this, I am hiding this COH. So this is nothing but toluene. Okay. Now this toluene is, common name is represented as toluic acid. Toluic acid. Now to the functional group, we have to start from the functional group. So with respect to this functional group, this is ortho position, this is ortho position. This is meta position, this is meta position, this is para position. So we mention here ortho carbon, to which this CH3 is attached, and that's why this is a toluene, and then there is a carboxylic acid. So this is orthotoluic acid. Okay. But if you are going to think about IUPAC, then very simple. Carboxylic acid functional group must have number 1. This is given in our rule. Then lowest possible number to this substituent is 2, because if you are going to start anti-clockwise, then it will come on 6, and 6 is quite bigger number, so we cannot select 6. We have to select 2, 1 and 2 clockwise. So this is substituent on the second carbon. So this is 2-methyl, and the remaining thing is the benzoic acid. So this is benzoic acid. Similarly here, this is orthotolualdehyde, and this is 2-methyl benzaldehyde. Okay, these are the important things. The different examples like salicylic acid and salicylaldehyde I explained before. Then this thing is cyclohexane, that is also I explained before. Here it is the phthalic acid, where P is silent. This P is silent. So we are just saying phthalic acid, phthalaaldehyde. Okay. Then this is benzene 1,2-dicarboaldehyde. Benzene 1,2-dicarboaldehyde, because there are 2 aldehydic groups. Here are 2 carboxylic acid groups. So this is dicarboxylic. This is dicarbaldehyde. Okay. This thing I explained before. So this is all for IUPAC and trivial names of carboxylic acids and aldehydes. Now next topic is nomenclature of ketones. Nomenclature of ketones. Again we have to think about trivial as well as IUPAC names of the ketones. Now the trivial names. Okay. So this is something different than the carboxylic acid and aldehydes. So we make a different write up over here. Okay. It is not common for all. Now here, what is this? In this system, Ketones are named according to alkyl group attached to carbonyl group. Okay, alkyl groups. See, this is our carbonyl group and alkyl groups are attached here, R and R dash. So based upon this R and R dash, we have to give the name. Okay, simple ketones are named as dialkyl ketones. Sorry. Okay, see now, this is the example. Okay, simple ketones are also known as symmetrical ketones. Now these two groups are same, symmetrical. So this is our, what is that? Dialkyl. Which is this group? This group is methyl group. This is methyl group. So the name of the compound is dimethyl ketone. Dimethyl ketone. Okay. Now R and R dash are here are same. R is equal to R dash, same. But it may possible R is not equal to R dash. So the, for example, here it is a methyl group while here it is C2H5 group. Then this is known as mixed ketone. This is known as mixed ketone. Two groups are mixed, so this is known as mixed ketone. And in case of mixed ketones, alkyl groups are written in alphabetical order. This is very common for us. Up till now we studied so many things where we mention alphabetical order. So now what is here? This is our ethyl group. Okay, ethyl C2H5 and this is methyl. Okay, so which comes first? Alphabetical order, ethyl comes first. So we here we write the name as ethyl first alphabetically, then methyl, and this is ketone. So ethyl methyl ketone. Is that clear? This is for a symmetrical or simple ketone. This is for unsymmetrical or mixed ketone. Then in case of substituted aliphatic ketones, see the word is aliphatic ketones. This is very important. The position of substituent is indicated by labeling the carbon serially as alpha, beta, gamma and so on. Okay, the carbon atom adjacent to carbonyl carbon is called as alpha. So this is the carbonyl carbon, adjacent one is this one, adjacent one is this one, so this is mentioned as alpha. This mentioned as alpha. Next to that is beta, next to that this is beta and this is gamma. Okay, so now what is the trivial name? Trivial name now, see what is here. This is our which type of ketone? This is now our mixed ketone, because this alkyl group is different, this alkyl group is different. Okay, these two alkyl groups are different. Okay, so what we have to think? First we have to count the number of carbon atoms. Here are 1, 2, 3. So this group is known as propyl group. What is this? Only 2 carbons, so this is ethyl group, and again on that ethyl there is substituent bromine. So this part is known as bromoethyl group. Bromoethyl group. Okay. Now here we have to write down they are according to alphabetical order. Okay. See, this is on the alpha carbon there is bromine. So we mention here alpha bromoethyl, and now here it is the propyl. This N is a straight chain indicator. You can write it, or if you don't write, that doesn't make any difference. Now what is this? B comes first, then P. So alphabetically bromoethyl first, then propyl. So this is alpha bromoethyl N propyl ketone or alpha bromoethyl propyl ketone. Both the way it is correct. And this is the trivial name. See, in case of carboxylic acids and aldehydes, there is no two sections like this, to this side or to that side of the carbonyl. Aldehydes, always we have to think that carbon in the chain and then we are giving the name to that. Okay, or in trivial names we are thinking like a formic acid or formaldehyde, then acetic acid, acetaldehyde. butyric acid, butyraldehyde, like that. But now here we have to consider about the two alkyl groups which are attached to this carbonyl carbon. These two alkyl groups attached to carbonyl carbon, whether they are simple or whether they are mixed. Okay. And if the more substituents are there, then you have to mention by alpha, beta, gamma. Is that clear? That's why this is a different thing than the previous one. So we make another write-up for this. Okay. Now next one is IUPAC names. IUPAC names. The first rule again the same. The longest continuous carbon chain containing carbonyl group is selected as parent chain. Is selected as parent chain. See now, here it is a carbonyl carbon. So you have to select a parent chain which contains this carbonyl carbon. Okay. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the 5 carbon chain. This is 5 carbon chain. What about this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the 6 carbon chain. This is the 6 carbon chain. So the parent hydrocarbon for this is pentane, while for this 6 carbon, so the parent hydrocarbon is hexane, and this is the carbonyl derivative of hexane, and this is the carbonyl derivative of pentane. Okay. Now see, what is the next? The chain is numbered from the end nearer to carbonyl group. This is again very important. Just like that the other functional groups, this end nearer to CHO group means what? Now see here, this is our chain. If you start from right hand end, then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you are going to start from the left hand end, then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So from both the ways, this carbonyl group is on the position 3. Position 3. So that doesn't make a difference of the numbering. You can numbering from the left hand or end, or you can numbering from the right hand end. Now what is the situation over here? See, if you numbering from the left hand end, then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is on the number 3. But if you start from this end, then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is on 4. So which one is correct? According to rule, it should be have longest continuation is selected as a parent chain. Okay. But the number from the end nearer to C double bond O group. So which is nearer? 3 is nearer or 4 is nearer? 3 is nearer. So you have to numbering from left hand end. Are you getting this point? Left hand end. Then next, the ending E is replaced by ONE1. ONE1 means what? Alkane. Now this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is our hexane. Okay. And now this E is replaced by ONE. So this is now hexanone. Hexanone. This is now hexanone. The positions of carbonyl group and other substituent are indicated by prefix numbers. Means you have to write number in front of this name first. You have to write the number first here. So what is the number here? This is 1, 2, 3. So this is 3 hexanone. This is 3 hexanone. What about this one? This one is 3 pentanone. This is 3 pentanone. Next, here it is. See, we can mention it here it like this. We can mention it here it like this. But the accurate thing is that just like ENE we are writing aldehyde. In aldehyde I had shown you that you have to write the number in front of ENE. Just like here we can do this hexa, then here it is 3, and then this is ONE, hexane 3ON. This is most accurate numbering. This is most accurate writing of the compound in a IUPAC nomenclature system. Okay. So then next, when two carbonyl groups are present, then ending E of alkane is retained. This is very important. Ending E is retained. Okay. Now in the previous case, in the previous example, this E is replaced by ONE, but if we have two groups, two carbonyl groups, then we have to retain. Okay. And the suffix dione is added to the name of the parent ketone, indicating the locants of the ketonic carbonyl group. Ketonic carbonyl group. Here I added this example afterwards, that's why here it is somewhat clumsy, but try to understand. This is CH3CO, CH2CO, CH2, CH3. Means what? This is one carbonyl group, this is another carbonyl group. How many carbon atoms in a chain? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the derivative of hexane. This is the derivative of hexane. Now see here, I wrote over here hexane. This E is retained. It is not replaced by anything, is replaced by ONE. This is not the case, or dione is not the case. This is retained. E is there. And now we have to give numbering. So from this end, this is on the second carbon, while this carbonyl is on the fourth carbon. If you start from this end, then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what is the locant set? Here it is locant set is 2, 4. From